Good afternoon, all of you. Myself, Dr. Ichhatri from IIMT University. My today's topic is projective test. Okay. First of all, I would like to make you aware about the concept projective test. See, projective tests are those tests which are used to study the unconscious contents of the mind. See, unconscious contents are like our repressed needs, our traumatic event of childhood, our desires, aggression, and many other things. See, these are the two main characteristics of the projective test. Projective tests are the tests which are used to assess the content of unconscious contents of the mind. Second characteristic is this: projective test is a personality test designed to let a person respond to an ambiguous stimuli. Okay. Second, see, the second primary characteristic of projective test is this, that the projective test have ambiguous stimuli, or you can say the stimuli that is used in the projective test, they are quite vague. They are not clear. They are not in a clear form. Okay. Now we come to different kinds of projective test. Basically, listen, projective test has been divided into 5 types. First is association, construction, completion test, choice and ordering, and expressive test. See, this division of the projective test has been done on the basis of the responses that we used to collect from the subject. See, basically in the association test, the most outstanding test is the Rorschach test. And second is the WAT, that is word association test. See, in the Rorschach test, in this test there are 10 cards, and these 10 cards have ambiguous ink blots on it. The subject have to see the ink blots and have to respond according to it. Now see, next is the construction test. In this category lies the two most popular tests, that is TAT and the CAT. TAT stands for the thematic apperception test, and CAT child apperception test. Next is the completion test. See, in the completion test, basically the stimulus, or you can say the items, are in incomplete form, and the subject is asked to complete the sentence according to his own wish. Now comes the choice or ordering test. So in the choice and ordering test, the subject is given some stimuli or anything, and the subject is asked to order the thing according to his own wish. Next is expressive test. See, in the expressive test, the subject is asked to draw something on a paper, on a piece of paper, and that drawing can be according to the wish of the subject or according to the requirement of the test. Now in today's session, basically I will be dealing with the Rorschach test. See, Rorschach test. These are the primary characteristics of the Rorschach test. The test consists of 10 symmetrical ink blots. Next is, they are shown one at a time in same order. The subject is asked to give response regarding what the card is presenting. Okay. See, basically in Rorschach test there are total 10 cards. The subject is shown these cards one by one, and these cards have some kind of ink blots which are in the symmetrical form, and the subject is asked to respond towards these cards or ink blots. I will show you the card of Rorschach test. See, this is the card of Rorschach test. These are all the cards which are shown, all the pictures which are shown on one cards. One important thing to be noticed over here, see, in Rorschach test, there are five cards are totally in black color, and 5 cards are having different colors, or you can say multicolored. Okay, now we talk about the phases of the Rorschach test. See, basically in the Rorschach test, when we administer this test, then this test consists of 2 phases. First is the free association phase. Free association phase, and the second is enquiry phase. Initially free association phase follows. During this phase, we used to show the subject all the cards one by one and ask the subject to give the response according to his wish. The subject, the responses that has been given by the subject has to be recorded in a verbatim order, or you can say in the same order as it is spoken by the subject. During the free association phase, the therapist have to record all the verbal, non-verbal behavior of the client. So these are some of the characteristics of the free association phase. During this phase, the subject is asked about what he perceives in the card. Second, during this phase, the response of the subject are recorded in the verbatim order. Next is, during this phase, the posture, facial expression, non-verbal clues of the subjects are recorded. This thing plays important role, that is non-verbal or facial expression that the subject gives during the time of the free association phase. This plays very important role. Now after the free association phase has been completed, or you can say once we have collected all the response of the subject, then the free association phase is followed by the enquiry phase. During this phase, we used to ask the subject why he has given such response. What is the purpose of giving such response? In the enquiry phase, we used to focus on the details of the subject, of the response. See, apart from all these things, we have to also record some other things, that is reaction time, response time, card rotation, and many other things. Next comes the scoring. See, the scoring of the Rorschach test is done on the basis of the LDCP. Okay, sorry. The scoring of the test is done on the basis of the LDCP. Over here, L stands for the location, D for determinant, C for content, and the P for the popularity of the response. Okay, thank you. This is all about the projected test, and we will soon meet in the next session, which will consist of the TAT test. Thank you.